really, I would like to know about the emotions and the self-talk that go through your head in a moment like that.
Yeah, I think the first part's harder to talk about in terms of the capture because of all the stuff that's still ongoing with the MOD. But I think having spoken with both Andy McNabb and Chris Ryan about it, and I've been on podcasts with Chris Ryan before. I've done talks with Andy McNabb before, and Andy McNabb actually wrote the foreword for my book, and so he talks about going through this kind of common thing, this kind of unique bond that not a lot of people tend to go through. And I think if you were to think about all the individuals in the world that have been through hostage negotiation, hostage rescue, and then been a hostage themselves, there can't be that many. And so it's that kind of unique bond in terms of having been through that, all those different things. I think in terms of mindset, it's you get an element of training for situations like that, and you're always aware, and people are quite well aware that on the selection process they do kind of escape and evasion training and resistance to interrogation. And so I talk a little bit about that in the book, about how that sets you up for the mindset and the things that you should be doing in those situations, but nothing really prepares you for in real life, given the context and how recent some of the other events that had happened around that time. People will be aware of the RMP guys that were taken hostage and sadly executed in the Middle East. So there was all this stuff going on at the time, and you're always aware of that. And so that sets the context for how you are. I think the other thing is that it wasn't just me. There was another person with me. And so you're always aware of that. I'm supposed to be the commander. And so how am I getting us out of that? And so all that going on. But I think you spend more time reflecting about it afterwards. I think during the episode, and my episode was relatively short, you're in the moment all the time, so you're always thinking. So although you're remaining passive and you're just trying not to seem like you're always in the back of your mind thinking, what's going on, how many is there, what's their accent, all the stuff that you're taught, and then trying to think about the best means of escape or leaving signs or anything like that. But I always no matter what situation you're in, you always feel like you could be you could be a fraud. And I tell people I'm part of an organisation called Hostage UK, and they said, we're going to send you away to the police college. They're doing the hostage negotiators course, and they've all finished, and you're going to go and do a talk and as part of this. They said, we'll probably send somebody with you just so you're not like on your own. I said, oh, great. Like who? And they said, and I thought I'd be in quite a good situation. This is a police hostage negotiation course, and I've, been a hostage, I've been a hostage negotiation, and I've also, done hostage rescue. So I'm in a pretty good seat to be able to tell them about this. And they said, we'll probably send along Terry Waite. And suddenly I became this size because, I think about how long I was captured for and how long he was. And even I can be made to feel imposter syndrome sometimes, And that's what sometimes helped us when we were going into some of these dangerous hostage rescues, was the fact that we'd be quite selfish in feeling scared or afraid for the few minutes this sort of rescue was gonna happen. If these people had been in there for weeks, some of them months, scared every moment, not knowing what's going to happen, and that helped you process fear. So